cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. First of all, Future got a collab with Quavo. Now, we know in the past, Future been real vocal about his feelings about Sierra since she moved on. So he kind of been shooting slugs at Russell Wilson. So this time he's shooting slugs at Russell Wilson on a collab that he's doing with Quavo called Your City. What is it called? Turn your click up.
Yeah.
So you could check that out. You know, you can YouTube that or whatever and listen to it. But he sent a shout out to Russell. He said, "I got it out the field. Fuck Russell." You know. So after all these years, he still
Got a little animosity.
Yeah, he got something against Russell Wilson, but we know what it is, you know. It was now Sierra was his ex-fiance.
Yeah.
So this meant he was making a move towards getting married to the woman, you know.
Yeah.
And
He fucked that up though.
yeah, you know, you gotta take.
That's one of them nights, man. Is we know had them ex-girlfriends. You think about 30 years ago. And he's got all in his heart and his feelings.
Yeah, he in his feelings about it, you know.
Come on, man, that's a Christian. Man, that man ain't did nothing to nobody. He ain't beefing with nobody. He ain't a rapper.
Yeah.
It's a low blow to me, man.
Russell and Sierra been married how long now?
It's been since 2016.
And you just coming out.
Yeah, so they've been married a while.
7 years.
How many years you getting all in your feelings, man? It got to bother.
He should be over it by now, I would think.
Right.
No,
But they do have a child together, correct?
They got
Sierra
two.
I think
Well, Sierra and Future got one.
Yeah.
Russell and Sierra got two.
I think that's part of the issue right there. So I think that Future is looking at how well his son is getting along with Russell, and how
And
good Russell is treating his son.
His son, yeah.
Not only that, his son's at the game wearing Russell jerseys.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing though. Now as a man, as a real man, I can see if Sierra was keeping his kid away from him.
Right.
But if your ex done moved on and got somebody, and you know that man ain't beating your child and ain't mistreating your child,
Right.
you shouldn't be tripping on y'all co-parenting, because you still co-parenting too.
Right.
If you take care of your business as a father.
Yeah.
Now let's remove Russell's occupation.
Right.
Russell's, you got guys that'll still be doing, that should be taking care of their business as stepfathers, right?
Right.
But I think what hurts a little bit more, probably to Future, is that, my son wearing his jersey.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
That's a silent clap back right there.
Yeah,
This lady, you got to say shit.
Yeah, but so I think that's part of it. Then too, I think some of it is too. Think about Sierra when she was dating Future versus her now.
Yeah.
Now, not to say that she wasn't classy back then.
Right.
But now it appears that her image is a little bit more of a classier image.
Well, yeah, I mean, she wasn't a mother back then.
A hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, she was a single female, younger, and I'm not gonna say less mature, but when we young, we out there and we doing our thing basically.
And now Future's probably seeing that woman of class.
Right.
And he feels some kind of way.
Yeah.
And he probably still fucking with them hoes on the Percocets and shit.
Listen to the song.
So he's looking at, It's hard, man.
Man, you lose some, you win some, man, and you just lost
that
this
L.
one.
Yeah,
Don't
just take that
And
L.
then I bet you thinking about that video that she shot when she did that last video right before they broke up when he was sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
When she did that little dance for you. Boy, that's just replaying in your head every night, but she over there with Russell. Oh, man. I love you.
He had a shot, and he messed it up, obviously, some sort of way. So
I don't even think it's about sex though. Like
I don't know. I ain't say sex.
Nah, it's just how you feel about her.
It's how I feel. It ain't nothing to do with sex.
It's how you
but
feel.
Just that little dance, you need to watch the video. You'll see
That's the one that got away.
And if you do that, man, let me tell you something. You can't dance like that. My whole check be gone. Let me shut up. Go ahead. That's another show.
So yeah, I know, Future and his feelings, man. But some point in time, man, because it's been a while since you kind of been going hard against him, man. It's sometimes you got to just let that go. You know, I don't understand, but anyway, next up, Dr. Dre tells us why he declined collaborations with Prince and Michael Jackson. Now, can you imagine turning these two legends, musical legends, down to do a song with them? Can you imagine doing it?
I want to know how that conversation went. I can see Michael Jackson. Okay, I understand. But Prince, why don't you want to do one with me? Yeah, I know he had that.
Yeah, Prince is
but
more.
I'm curious to know, but why? What happened?
Well, basically, what it was Dre. He said that he felt intimidated by their stature, of who they were, artistry,
But he just as big.
He felt that they was too big for him to
Right.
collab. Yeah, intimidated
and
by their status.
And not to say he was wrong, but he also had a reason why he felt that way. That you may say, okay, I feel him,
right?
Because I did. So what he said to them, his reason for not doing it wasn't just because of how he felt. He was, intimidated, but because he said that he's better off with building groups from the ground up and making them something.
Right.
Which, think about it.
They're already established.
They already established, Prince and Michael Jackson. But everybody that that Dre brought out,
he built them up.
He built them from the ground up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rage.
That's right.
Yep.
I mean, we can Snoop.
Yep.
Eminem.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them, man. And then who else?
That would make sense that would make a whole lot of sense. I was just watching Ice-T. He was talking about Dre, how cool they was. And he said, why y'all ain't never made a beat together? He said it would have never got released.
Yeah.
He said it would have never got released. He just a perfectionist, and just the way artists that already he just would never got released. So I don't know what that's about.
Well, you got to think about how Mike and Prince are in the studio as well. They're also perfectionists. So that's like two musical geniuses working together, which I don't know if it's possible. Well, it is possible because plenty of music has been made this way, but maybe their egos was just too big to be able to work
for him.
Yeah.
He say he felt intimidated, and he had good reason, but that's just him, I guess, being loyal to his craft for what he want to do, in the music industry. So I can respect that.
I can't even visualize Michael or Prince on a Dre beat, on a Dre track. I can't even see it. And Prince plays his instruments.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't see him on a Teddy Riley beat either, or even an R. Kelly. I couldn't see that either. R. Kelly and his music mixing, but it did. Dre is a genius with them beats. I thought that would have been the perfect person to go to.
What you're speaking of, you're saying you couldn't see them, and not to get too far off, but using R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, the example you're not on, that's songwriting.
Right. Okay.
I'm talking about Dr. Dre.
They didn't use them
tracks.
beats.
Yes.
They didn't use their beats and none of that. No. Okay. My bad. I'm all off. Okay.
So Dr. Dre say he better with building groups from the ground up, and I mean, I'm 100% with that, man, because a lot of artists that we heard Dre built them, man. I mean, we was listening to the Dog Pound, stuff like that, and he, I mean, even NWA.
I forgot.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes a long way back. So he always been dedicated to bringing out new artists. Now, at one point, he did sign some artists like Busta Rhymes and Eve.
He signed them?
The Firm too. He had the
Firm. So yeah, he had all of them on his label. And Eve dropped maybe one or two songs, but not a lot of songs. You know.
I never knew that.
Busta was with him. Yeah.
I think Eve did. I think that "Blow Your Mind" with Gwen Stefani.
That was the only. The one and only.
So I feel Dre. You know, he did his thing. You know, it would be interesting to hear a track with Dr. Dre, Michael Jackson, or Dr. Dre and Prince. You know, that'll be interesting. Mm-hmm. But maybe we'll never hear that because he turned it down. So, you know, shout out to Dre. I want to give a shout out to Lil Baby too, because just Friday just passed, he opened up a restaurant. The Seafood Menu Restaurant and Lounge just opened up on Friday. Said to have unparalleled seafood offerings. So what they meaning is they're gonna have a different type of way that they do their seafood. At a fraction of the cost.
Oh, nice.
So
where's this?
It's gonna be in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta. Okay.
So
a different way of doing their seafood.
Yeah, like they're gonna cook with different recipes, do different stuff with seafood. You know, rather than what's already being done with seafood.
What else you can do?
Right.
So, well, this is what we're gonna find out because that's what it says. You know, they're gonna have unparalleled seafood.
I can see them doing that. I gotta give a shout out to this place because I love it. It's in Boston, Massachusetts. If y'all ever go, it's called Fire and Ice. So they give you everything naked. The meats. What I mean by that is the meats. It's like basically a mini shopping grocery store. So the meats are naked, bare. You know, no, just raw. The peppers, salt, pepper, all the garlic, all that's raw.
Yeah.
The vegetables are raw. Everything's raw. Every fish, ground beef, and you go through like a store, you have a little basket and you take it up, and then you design you just kind of mix and match the way you want. So I'm thinking he's probably gonna use that same way where everything's raw and you have it cooked, and they have 3 chefs in the middle. So they have 3 chefs in the middle and 1 cleaner, and they go around in this big stove, and they cook your food as you're watching. So I'm thinking he may be taking that approach like Fire and Ice if you want to do it that way.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be that type of atmosphere where they cooking. You mean like at the table, like Benny Hanna type?
Yeah,
but it's like a huge table. So it's like say it's a bar area around. All the way around, but they still have places to sit.
Right.
So you get to just watch over the bar like this. Yeah. Like, you know, elbows on the table, looking at them cook your
Watching
food.
them cook.
Yeah, but on the other side is the grocery area where you grab everything you want to get cooked: eggs, poultry, fish, your peppers, your salts, your vinegar. Everything is raw, and you just go grocery shopping for the food and just. Hey, throw this together, make it, and see what it tastes like. It's that's what it is. It's but it's expensive, but it's worth it.
I bet it is.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So anyway, the building he's got it in has hip hop, you know, murals on the wall because it's kind of dedicated and paying homage to you know, hip hop history. Mm-hmm. So it's supposed to be a nice, you know, when you walk in.
Oh yeah,
lounge type. I guess you can get drinks and, you know, of course, food.
Yeah.
But they say they wanted to keep a hip hop feel and keep it Atlanta. So of course,
that's gonna be successful.
Yeah, you know,
he gonna do good.
I'm sure it's nice, you know. Yeah. But he say his plan, you know, later on is to, of course, build more franchise, you know, and I guess, you know, keep his menu alive because he say he wants to thrive in it. It's something he always wanted to do.
That's good. You got rappers, a rapper trying to diversify his portfolio.
Exactly.
That's good. Yeah.
Episode 1.
You ain't gonna be a rapper forever, huh?
Nah, you definitely not. But he's saying he's doing it for longevity. Yeah. So he know that rapping is not gonna be forever.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Exactly.
The best attitude to have, you know, in anything actually. You know, so yeah, shout out to Lil Baby. Drake's dad, Dennis Graham. Okay, he been getting weird calls lately, you know, and
Bill collectors.
Nah, I don't think it was no bill collector calls. You know,
Because I get them calls too.
hey,
That's
man,
why.
I just said that, man.
Mine
The
say
bill
scam
collectors will
likely. I don't
call
know
you,
about
man.
yours, man. I still block scam likelies, and they don't
Yeah.
work.
So he called laws. So he thinks there's something else going on. So he called laws on Wednesday, July 12th, and told him he received 2 phone calls and 3 text messages after talking to Drake about Freemasonry. So it was a pretty deep conversation that they had, and Freemasonry must have came up, or some ideas that, or maybe something they talk about in Freemasonry.
Yeah.
So he's saying that he think it's something going on. I think he may be feared for life, because what he said was he always wanted to be famous, but he didn't know it would come in this form, you know. And he say he thinking he gonna be a superstar, and here his son is, you know, an iconic star, and it's gonna end or something like this. So he's kind of feared for his life for some reason, and I don't know what the text said, you know, I don't know what the phone calls were, but he said it was weird, and so he called a law. So they supposed to be investigating this situation or whatnot, but hopefully that situation turns out better, because we don't know what the cause could be or what he even think it is, you know.
Well, you know, Drake probably got some haters out there too.
Oh, I'm
man.
sure.
A lot of them.
And shoot, Joe making threats to your family members and just trying to spook them or something. Who knows, man? But
Oh, it sounds like he's working
they
on
got enough money to keep some bodyguards around them.
Yeah.
So
True.
Yeah,
when
well,
I first started the comedy, I started getting, I would get all kinds of messages in my Facebook, in my Instagram about that Freemasonry, joining them, and then I try to go show to somebody, and then it just disappeared like it was never there. I don't know how they do that, man. Try to screenshot it, it's gone. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't know how. I mean, you know, I hope he just stays safe. He got the money, like you said.
well, I mean, you know, after talking about Freemasonry,
Yeah.
this is what the communication was about after receiving whatever it is. So it's not somebody that don't know him or not knowing him for a reason of Freemasonry, because how many people do you know that's in Freemasonry?
Maybe 2.
I don't know, hardly none.
I know a few.
You know a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So-
actually a Mason, just not active. But
Yeah.
903.
So what I'm trying to figure out is, why would he be feared after a talk about that?
it just makes
What would
you
his
wonder.
fear be about that?
It just makes you wonder what the text was. You know, what
Right.
the text consisted of, because there are a lot of misunderstanding what Freemasonry comes in. A lot of
Yeah.
people think, you know, devil worshippers and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
It's not. It's more like a frat. to me.
yeah, exactly.
Seems like to me.
More like that than something. Well, I mean, but you have white guys that are. I mean, it's you'd be surprised. You know how many people in the White House are in that fraternal
Yeah,
organization.
I can believe that. You know, a lot of politicians
Yeah.
are. You know,
Yeah,
when it comes down
it runs deep.
to that, you know, judges,
Exactly.
law enforcement. So yeah, I know that's pretty big, but why would he be afraid? I still don't understand, you know.
Yeah.
And like I say, I hope don't nothing, you know, bad come out of it, you know. But you just got to be careful at certain things, especially when you're in the limelight, you know, as big as a star as Drake is, you know. Of course, you know, you'd have some sort of paranoia, I guess, you know, at home if the phone ring,
Nah.
you know.
First of all, how you get my number? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's the first thing. Whenever somebody
Yeah.
call me, how you get my number? First of all.
Yeah. Well, they did something.
It could have been a prank text or a call, maybe. You
Yeah.
think?
It could have been anything, you know, but he just he took it serious.
Yeah, he did. Very
you know,
serious.
and he called the laws. Now, I don't know how the law would help you in that situation either, you know, but because if it was something like that, I don't think
ain't nothing the laws they can do.
the law's going to be able to do if somebody trying to do something to you. They always get there too late.
Yeah.
You know, the laws ain't never on time. So, you know, that's the wrong people to call. Actually,
they come and ask you, do you know what happened here? No, I don't know what happened here.
They asking everybody else around. They don't even be there when the action happened. It's too late. It'd be an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called the laws about that. So they supposed to be investigating it. You know, hopefully they find out, you know, for his sake, so he can, you know, not really worry about it and move on with his life. You know? But that's all we got for y'all today. Y'all come check us out tomorrow. Peace. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast, on Twitter, @52 Scott Podcast.